What's going on, everybody? Tricks Ridiculous back with another video, and just wanted to put a quick one out there letting you know that perks in the heroic and defensive gear slot that have vibranium based abilities, they used to previously not work, but as of the latest patch, they do. So you'll see here I've got one with lethal reverberation, chance when defeating an enemy afflicted with vibranium to grant a damage buff, as well as some additional damage when they are affected with vibranium. Now, just for demonstration, you'll see I have no damage buff on any other piece here, and I'm using vibranium lasers, okay? And you'll see in this harm room, when I actually get someone vibraniumed up and kill them, there is a chance that I actually get a damage buff off of that, okay? All right, there it is. Took a couple of times to proc, but you'll see damage buff for 10 seconds, all right? Now, is this a big deal? Well, it's kind of interesting. These pieces of gear, you know, damage buff is just an example, but there are other ones. I've got one here that actually does a heroic charge burst and then also restores intrinsic while I'm hitting with vibranium. These are some pretty interesting pieces. Now, these can be farmed in Wakanda, all right? So when you're farming, or if you're farming, you know, targeted buff sonic pieces or just vibranium pieces or whatever you're farming at the corrupted shards, just make sure you're looking at the defensive and heroic pieces as well, because there is a possibility that you might get a pretty spicy vibranium effect on one of these pieces. And if you're going to be primarily doing vibranium damage on a particular build, which is extremely valuable in the raid, vibranium is easily the most important element to have in the raid. If you're doing so, don't overlook some of these. They might not be, you know, what you're used to using, but these are some interesting ways to get good perks: heroic charge burst, extra intrinsic, or even damage buff. So just keep an eye out, because using these can be some easy ways to get those and open your additional you know, your ranged pieces up for some additional abilities, including raid abilities. So that's pretty much all I've got in this video. Just wanted to put that out there to be on the lookout for some of these. Like I said, prior to this patch, these, I think I actually had another video on it maybe a month ago. These perks were actually bugged. They did not work, but as of right now, they are working in the game. So if you get one that looks pretty cool and you have, you know, on any character, it doesn't have to just be Iron Man, and you have a build that very consistently applies vibranium, then definitely give it a shot and see if it's going to be a consistent addition. But definitely don't just immediately throw these pieces out. If you see a heroic piece, it'll have a little, you'll see it on my screen, a little vibranium piece right in the corner of it. So that's kind of what stands it out in, you know, over these other ones. So when you do get them, just check your inventory. If you see a little vibranium sign on your heroic piece, just check that piece of gear out, examine it thoroughly before dismantling it. But anyway, that's it from me, guys. Just wanted to put that out there. If you learned something, definitely hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, consider becoming a channel member, and join the Discord for LFG. All of those links are down in the description. But that's it for me, guys. I will see you in the next one.